Hey, how you doing? Good afternoon. I'm Amber Hopkins. I'm Punk Rock Earth Mother. Today we are going to be talking about my first tip for creating healthy meals. Some easy swap outs, okay? So when people come to me and they're like, hey, how do I start eating healthy? That's a big dump of information that could happen right there, right? Especially for my brain, it'd be like all over the place. So what we want to do is make it super simple. So the first thing I always recommend is start adding things in, okay? Adding vegetables, adding fruits. Like all day throughout your day, you want to add as many vegetables as you can, add as much fruit as you can, and help people out that way. Do you guys see this thing on my shirt? I love her. My kid calls her, "Hi Jennifer, how you doing, girl? Love you." My kid calls this angry lady. She's like, "Why is she angry?" My brother actually works for Magic Cards. Have you ever played Magic Cards? Hit me a heart if you've ever played them or seen them or know what the heck I'm talking about. My brother's awesome. He works for Magic Cards in Seattle. He's done it his whole life, and now he gets to do designing cards and things like that. He's amazing. Anyway, so that's what this is. The angry girl on my boob. Okay. Anyway, so swapping out healthy meals. So easy ways to do this is like take your processed stuff, whatever you got in your cabinet, right? Mac and cheese. I've got some mushroom masala here. I've got a can of soup. Jennifer Skinner knows what I'm talking about here. What you do is you start adding in vegetables to these things. So when if I make a vegan mac and cheese, what I will do is simply add in stuff to it. I'll throw beans into it. I'll throw really finely chopped up spinach. I'll throw some refried beans in there. You know, you can even add in like veggie powder to that, and your kids will not even notice it's there. It'll make the mac and cheese green though, which would be super cool, right? I just like to make things green. I don't know why. It's fun. Anyway, so that's an easy way to go about it. You could even take the beans, if they're like weird about beans, you could chop them up in the food processor so they're not so like lumps, you know what I mean? And like finally put them into the mac and cheese. So you just, like I said, just start adding stuff in. Like lentils are another good way to add vegetables into your food, okay? So like make spaghetti sauce, spaghetti and noodles. Spaghetti sauce, you add these in and they come out with like this meaty texture that most people won't even recognize is not meat. You can also finely grate up, again, spinach or kale or something like super fine and sprinkle it in there and just tell people it's herbs. People won't know. I love that. I also do refried beans in my spaghetti sauce. Another tip is, like, I made a frozen pizza last night. We were desperate. It was a long day and I was exhausted and I was like, okay, frozen pizza. Well, I can't just make a frozen pizza because that's not how I roll. So I took the pizza and I sauteed, actually my husband did this for me, really sweet of him, sauteed up peppers and onions and mushrooms and threw it on top of the frozen pizza. So you're getting extra vegetables on your frozen pizza. And then we have like spaghetti sauce that they dip it into. So it just adds extra health into their food, okay? Another way to get vegetables in is to you know, some vegetables actually cook way down. So if you throw like zucchini and squash and stuff into a pan and with a bunch of water, it will cook down until it actually becomes a liquid, almost a liquid itself. So it's a really thick, brothy soup, and that is usually green. Thumbs up for the green. But that's another way to get vegetables into people that don't necessarily want to eat the vegetables, but it's like, because it turns it into the soup, and then you can add other things in and they won't recognize that the whole thing is actually made out of vegetables. It's pretty awesome. Simple ways like breakfast, oatmeal, that's another easy way to add in fruits and vegetables in the morning. You can add a green powder in there. You can add in apples. You can add in prunes or dates or something really sweet, you know, like those. It's really easy. It makes the kids, they just eat it and they don't recognize it. Why do we worry about getting so many fruits and vegetables into ourselves? Why do we care, right? It's super important, and I always say this, right? You know, actually fruits and vegetables have all the nutrients that you need. They have everything in them. And for example, spinach has really high iron, It's got protein, it's got folate, it's got vitamin C, it's got antioxidants, it has calcium in it, actually more than milk. So that's why I recommend vegetables over these other foods that may be not so quite so healthy for you, right? Hey Michael, how you doing? I haven't talked to you in a while. Glad to see you. And also, have you heard of phytonutrients? Phytonutrients are like my favorite thing. So they have been finding out that these fruits and vegetables have these little chemicals in them, phytochemicals, that have been showing to help like every disease in your body. And they can start to pinpoint which phytonutrient can help which area of your body. You've heard of them. You've heard of resveratrol, which is like from grapes, right? And they even say it's in wine. That is actually, it might inhibit cancer growth. So that's why we do these things. That's why we eat all these, jam as many fruits and vegetables into our faces as we can, because these things are amazing. They're like little magic makers. We want them in our bodies as much as possible. So from morning till night, you're jamming these things into your body, like with love. You know, we're not force feeding, but we are trying to get as many into our bodies as we can. What are some other great phytonutrients? Curcumin, we've heard of that. Turmeric, right? That can actually reduce blood clot formation and, you know, help with cancer too. I mean, there's so many of these little magic makers. There's like a huge list. You can look online if you want, or message me and I'll send you some stuff, because the more and more you read, and they're finding out more and more every day. So just eat your vegetables. Like, just don't whine about it. Just do it. You know? Don't eat that cake. Eat the vegetables instead. Yes, vegetables. Yes, we love them. Anything else that I wanted to say to you too today? Oh, I got some sauces and stuff. I mean, these things can make it really easy to get vegetables in, you know? I mean, you cover stuff with sauce and most people will eat it, right? This is a really good, like, an Indian simmer sauce. It's got pretty good ingredients, and then we just do a stir fry underneath it, and you saute it in the sauce, and it makes it really good. There's so many ideas. Like, if you're gonna buy a trail mix, like, take out the chocolate. Don't get the chocolate one. Get the one, you know, that doesn't have the added sugar, that doesn't have all these other things. And we can do that in another video. We can do swapping instead of just adding. Right now we're adding, so I will talk about that. If I'm going to make this, I'm going to make this with a bunch of other things into it. Like, I'm going to take this processed food and I'm going to add a bunch of stuff into it. So I'm going to add, I don't know, we could add anything. We'll obviously add rice, but we could add kale into that, and it will simmer. If you put it all together in a pan, open it up, ignore the directions like I do, and simmer it, you know, with a bunch of vegetables in it. It still tastes really, really good, but then it's got all the added nutrition and all the value from fruits and vegetables that are actually from your fridge and not from a package, right? So that's important. So, can this help you? Do you think this is helpful? Drop me a 1 or some love in the comments. Thanks for watching, you guys. And if you have any questions, always message me and join my group, because, you know, I'd love to see you guys there. So, have a great afternoon. Love you all. Take care. Bye.